Just last week, I bought underwear on the internet. Why should you know what size I take? Or the color? Or any of that information?
Well, now I'm curious. All right, enough. Enough, my adoring fans. So as the media loses its collective poop over Russia's meddling in our election, turns out FBI Director James Comey tried to go public last summer on this very matter, but President Obama shot him down. So why would Mr. Obama not want to expose such meddling? Those revelations would have guaranteed Hillary's presidency, and we'd all be sitting at home right now throwing up. So could our beloved Obama have colluded with Putin to sink Hillary? After all, it's not like they were besties, more like worsties. They got along like hot sauce and genitals. Maybe this was payback for Clinton sparking the birther truth, rumor. To which I say, well done, Mr. Obama, if that's your real name. Anyway, Putin denies involvement.
Ronald Reagan once, debating about taxes and addressing the Americans, said, watch my lips. He said, no, watch my lips, no.
So, how did CNN respond?
Of course, just a fact check of Vladimir Putin. Of course, it was not Ronald Reagan. It was President George H.W. Bush who said, read my lips, no new taxes.
Great job, Katie. The poor guy who gave Putin that bad info is probably dead. And, of course, they're going to say it's suicide. Yes, Igor was so distraught over his mistake, he shot himself in the back of his head 6 times after removing his own fingernails. Meanwhile, it's nice to see the left finally caring about these evil Russians.
Russia, Russia, Russia.
He started sleeping at his smelters.
Trump associates and Russia.
Fake news coming over from Russia.
Sabotage in his smelters.
Russia, Russia, Russia.
Yep, after ignoring decades of communist-caused death and suffering, the left thinks Russia crossed the line now that they're on the internet.
Why is the guy running that bank getting a meeting with Jared? Jared Kushner is 36 years old. He's not that much older than Sergei was when he got out of spy school in Moscow. Maybe they talked about that. Vice President Mike Pence says he had no idea about any of that, never heard about any of it, never, what? That's shocking. Never heard any of it. And that's why somebody has decided to leak a portion of his 2005 tax return, which is how and why we got it tonight.
Russia, Russia, Russia. I got to hand it to her. She's working it. But it makes me wonder, why? Why now? Do you know what today is? I have here in my hand a calendar. Take a look at today. It's April 1st, April Fool's Day. So what's in my hand now? What's in my hand now? A Wikipedia page. Rachel Maddow's Wikipedia page with her date of birth, which is April Fool's Day. Rachel Maddow was born on a day celebrated with the spreading of hoaxes. A day that marks fake news. Coincidence? It's also John Gosling's birthday. I hate John Gosling. Back to her Wikipedia page, which I printed, an exclusive printing from my exclusive computer. If you look closely, you will see the place of birth. She's born in a valley in California, within miles of a river, the Russian River. Back in 2014, Russia tried to block the Olympics' anti-doping efforts. In what sport? Well, what would you do in a river? You might swim. Who is an avid swimmer? You guessed it. And what of this valley she was born in? Castro Valley. Fidel Castro, who established ties with Russia, hoping to replicate their murderous dictatorship. It's as if dictators seem to anticipate Rachel's every move, like Putin, whose dissertation was on economics. It was 218 pages long. 218. I want you to let that number sink in. On episode 218 of Rachel Maddow's first year of shows, who was her guest? This man. Mr. Anthony Weiner, who helped ruin Hillary Clinton after it was revealed he had Hillary's emails on his filthy, filthy laptop. Anthony Weiner. How convenient. Could Russia have planned the whole thing with the help of someone signaling when the time was right? In Russia, Weiner is often called a kielbasa. On December 24th, 2013, the day before Christmas, Maddow tweeted this: I know it'll be a hassle to fly with a huge fresh kielbasa, but how much hassle? Who would tweet that about kielbasa unless it was a tip-off to the Russians about Weiner? To sabotage Hillary Clinton on the exact same day, December 24th, 2013, Mikhail Kalashnikov, the father of the Soviet rifle, the AK-47, dies. He was only 94, Rachel. Why? Why? It was also Ricky Martin's birthday. The Bay of Pigs, kielbasa, Anthony Weiner, assault rifles, Ricky Martin. It's all coming together like the lurid batter that makes the deadly cake for a sinister figure on a dark day based on lies. Happy birthday, Rachel. You deserved it. We need to welcome tonight's guest. This man has written more books than I've read. Celebrated journalist, the great P.J. O'Rourke. You got to get his latest book. It's called How the Hell Did This Happen? Probably the best writer of my generation. All right, like an emergency room doctor, he'll leave you in stitches and then give you drugs afterwards. Actor, writer, comedian Jamie Lissow. She considers deliverance a bromance. National Review reporter Kat Timpf. Boo. And the Sahara Desert is his sandbox. TNA wrestler Tyrus. All right. PJ, so you grew up when the Russians were really, really bad.
Evil.
Yes, and the left loved them. So you and I, we were the enemy in the Cold War. The Russians were their friends. So is this outrage hard to swallow?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, no, it's you nailed it. It's that now that Russia is like kind of a regular country.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we'd just be doing regular evil stuff instead of vast network of you know, James Bond level evil stuff. Yeah, now that they're just a stinky country.
Yes.
Like all the rest of the countries, the left has gotten really.
Yeah. Now
you know, there's income equality.
Yes.
There was income equality.
Right.
There's income inequality now.
They always had good stuff like free health care, and everybody was poor.
Yeah.
So that was equality.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamie, what do you make of this whole Russian thing? I know you're in Alaska, so of course you can see Russia.
Yeah, it's right over there. And first of all, Greg, I loved your monologue.
Thank you.
I wanted to say, and it really brought me back because I was actually in a heavy metal band in high school called Hot Sauce and Genitals.
Oh, really?
And so it took me way back. And I got to say one thing: seeing Anthony Weiner brought back so many fond memories of his time in the news.
Right.
And just makes me think, if your last name is Weiner and you like sending certain types of pics, shouldn't you pronounce it different?
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
You go Weiner, or
yes.
you know, my name's Anthony Weiner. This is my associate Teresa Virginia. But I think it's all crazy, and it's like, I mean, are we just here to? Are we still avenging the death of Apollo Creed? What?
Yeah.
But doesn't it kind of make them seem cool, though, like their secret meetings with Russia and stuff? I don't know. It keeps me in the news and excited about it.
No, it's true. It's actually kind of fun, Kat, watching this unfold. It's like a nonstop soap opera. We're not sure where it's going to go next, although I actually think there's may not be much there.
Right. Well, obviously, if all the things did happen that Rachel Maddow is sort of insinuating happened, that would be bad. That would be very bad.
Yes.
But she wants them to be true because she can get ratings, and she just, any little thing she just grasps at. And it's become so politicized when we really should all be united in the fact that it would be bad if these things were true, regardless of what you think about Trump, Rachel Maddow.
You know what? Thank God we didn't do that with Obama.
I'm a libertarian. I'm free.
Libertarians always say I don't do anything bad. I don't.
But I do have the freedom to do so if I choose.
That is true at any moment in time. All right, Tyrus, give us your take on this whole event.
You know what? In wrestling, we tend to build the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, to beat him at the end. And I think we really want Russia to be the Soviet Union. We really want, like, Putin's really a Sith Lord, and Vader's coming, and all of a sudden 6 Death Stars are in front of America and we have something to fight about. I think they probably found some dirt, maybe cracked a couple emails and put them out there, but just not, it's not sexy enough. You know, they're just, Russia just, you know, we expect them to have big cannons, but it's a little gun. That's it. That's what you did, you know. They thought that they were beating people up in the alley and they just used harsh language on Twitter. You know, they unfriended a few people on the left. Like, that's basically what, the more I'm reading this, and I think with Flynn, like, yeah, I'll take, I think they're having fun with it. Yeah, I'll talk if you give me immunity. And then they're going to have to, because Russia is involved. Like, it just, you have to say it to where it's so.
I think it should go both ways, though. I think that people who are fans of Trump should say, hey, let's see if there is anything. I think it should go both ways.
I say that.
But so far, mainly the thing is the world's dullest John Le Carré novel.
It is.
I mean, this is like, and he had some dull novels toward the end. Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, this is one. It's just like the little drummer girl times, 40, and you're at page 700, and like nobody's even gotten hurt yet.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like a foreign film. All words, no action.
Yeah.
And some of the words I don't even know what they are, PJ.